A lot of partners joined us today interested in Torrens University. So I'll pass it on to you, and what we'll do, you'll go through your presentation, and at the end we'll, like normal, we'll have a question and answer, so everyone can answer any additional questions that they may have. So I encourage everyone, if you have any questions for Dottie. Dottie's extremely experienced. He's been with Torrens for a long time. And in particular, any questions that you may have for online course as well, as we don't know exactly when the borders will open in Australia. We cannot even guarantee that they will open for semester 1 next year, or trimester 1 next year in this case. So please ask a lot about their online courses. They are really, really good. I think in Australia, you'd have to say they're right up the top for their online courses, like maintaining the quality. There's deductions in the tuition fee for online courses as well. So I think it is looking into the future, I do think it is a very viable option. So please ask away any questions that you may have, and Dottie will answer them for you. So Dottie, thank you again for your time today, and we're really excited to hear anything new or of note that you may have.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Bo. Hello, everyone. All the business partner of Yes Education. So thank you so much for arranging this webinar, Yes Education. So I think today I will go through the presentations, the PPT. So I will show you a quick snapshots about Torrens University Australia, the campuses that we do have, and also the demographic of our international students. And also I will show you the faculty that we do have, and a quick brief of the programs that we are offering. I think another most important thing as well is about the admissions process, because I think that's very useful as well. So you know exactly, you already talked to the students, what documents need to be provided. So I will show you everything together. And another thing as well, that most important thing about the scholarship. So I will show you as well about like the scholarship schedule of 2020 at Torrens University Australia. So it gives you confidence as well when you select the Torrens University courses to your students. We will end up with the Q&A session. So if you have any questions, pretty much you can write down in the chat box, or during the Q&A session itself that you can ask me directly, and I'm happy to answer each of the questions that you have. Okay?
Great.
All right, so I will start now to share the PowerPoint. Okay, share. Bo, I've got a little bit of like technical issue here. Would you be able
to? Yes, I will share that with you. Yes.
Thank you. Or maybe you give me the access to share.
Yep, I think you can now.
Now? Okay, awesome.
Great.
Okay, so everyone can see it, yeah? That's great. So yeah, it's Torrens University Australia, as I mentioned to you before. So here, I think it's very important things. Quite a lot of you, I believe that not just Torrens University Australia that you're trying to introduce to your students. So I think this is the very important points why you introduce Torrens University Australia to your student. And it's really important as well for me to tell you why Torrens University Australia. So as you know, the Torrens University Australia is the fastest growing university in Australia. We started back in 2014, so within 6 years of our operation itself, that we really have the enormous growth of the students and also the international students especially. So at Torrens University Australia, for the students have the access to our global network, and for all the students in the undergraduate programs, they do have the access to do the industry placement, because part of the curriculums, they will do the work integrated learning is part of the industry placement itself. And for each individual of the students, it will be assigned with one specific success coach that they do have like rich knowledge in the industry. So as I mentioned to you before, so this is the populations of our international students. So you can have a look. We started back in 2014 and we only had one international student throughout 6 years duration. That's reasons we are the fastest growing university. Now we do have more than 11,000 international students and all the students coming from 6 continents and over 118 countries. So this is give you a little bit of fun fact about Torrens University, Australia. So over 19,000 students in 2020. So we currently enrolled more than 19,000 students with the over 11,000 international students. And we do have very high employability rate. So in general, for Torrens University, we do have 90% employability. And for the hospitality specifically, we do have 95% graduate employment rate. And in terms of our retentions for our international students, we do have high retention rate as well, which is 90%. So by this figure, it shows the students studying at Torrens University, Australia, they stay at Torrens University, Australia until they complete the programs. And also for the industry placements, we have more than 3,600 industry contacts. So this is very important cases as well, because maybe some of your students might not know much about Torrens University, Australia. So it gives you the credibility to show them about Torrens University, Australia. We are not part of the ranking systems university yet, because to be part of the ranking systems that we need to do the research. Torrens University already started doing the research. So sooner we're gonna part of the ranking system. Nevertheless, by saying that, so the ranking system, it doesn't really reflect of the quality of the programs that being offered in any university. But what you can see here is pretty much to showcase of Torrens University, even though it's not part of the university ranking system, but the programs that we are offering is the top ranked program. So you can have a look, for examples, we are #1 in Australia for the hospitality and leisure management program under Blue Mountains. And for the design itself, we are top 10 best 3D motion graphics school in the world. And for the animation school, we are part of the top 10 under media design school at Torrens University. And for our MBA programs, we are the #20 for the global MBA. It's based on the CEO magazine's 2020. And back again for the animation school. So we are part of the top 10 animation school in the Australasia. And for the graphic designs, we are the International School of the Year back in 2017 under Billy Blue College of Design. And also we are #1 hotel management school for Blue Mountains. And for the William Blue Dining is the restaurants under Torrens University, Australia is part of the students doing the training. We are part of the top 10 restaurant in Australia. So it gives you the credibility of Torrens University, Australia and the programs that we are offering. Well, as we all know, so a lot of your students, they're thinking where they want to go as part of the destinations, have a lot of country as their destinations. But as we know that Australia is part of like the most popular destinations for the international student. So this is pretty much like part of like what we're trying to just like summarize of why the students choose Australia. Of course, that the students is allowed to do the part-time while they are studying. And 5 of 30 best student cities in the world located in Australia, and at Torrens University, Australia, we are located in those 4 cities. And Australia is the 3rd most popular destination for international students. And also that's a good options for the students after they completing their 2-year study in Australia, they might be able to apply post-study work visa. And also for the ranking system, Australia ranked #9 in the world. As I mentioned earlier before about the locations of Torrens University, Australia, so it's part of the unique selling point as well for Torrens University, Australia. We are located in 4 major cities in Australia. So we do have the campus in Adelaide, we do have the campus in Brisbane, we do have the campus in Melbourne, and also we do have the campus in Sydney. So why I say that this unique selling point, because not many universities in Australia, they do have like different campuses in different cities. So at Torrens University, Australia, we do have campuses in different cities, which gives the high mobility for your students studying at Torrens University. If they started in Sydney and for some reasons halfway through, they need to move to the other city, they don't need to worry to apply for another university in that city. They can just doing the campus transfer at Torrens University to go to the other city. So I will give you snapshots of the campuses that we do have. It's very quick. So this is the campus in Adelaide. So Adelaide is the historical campus for Torrens University Australia because we started in Adelaide back in 2014. And in Sydney, we do have a few campuses. So the first campus is at the Rocks campus, which is that this is the view from our campus itself. It's the Sydney Harbour Bridge and also the Opera House. As I mentioned to you before, we do have the restaurant. It's the training restaurant. It's under William Blue Dining. Location is at the Rocks as well. We do have Town Hall campus for our Blue Mountains. We do have Old Timor campus, still in Sydney as well. Still in Sydney, we do have Kent Street campus. And another one in Sydney, we do have Pyrmont campus. And it's not in Sydney, but it's still in New South Wales. We do have Blue Mountains campus in Leura. The next city is Melbourne. In Melbourne, we do have two campuses. So the first one is Flinders Street campus. And the second campus in Melbourne is in Fitzroy. We move to Brisbane. In Brisbane, we are located in the Fortitude Valley. We do have China campus as well, but I don't want to focus about this campus. It's mostly for the Blue Mountain. Okay, so at Torrens University, we do have 5 faculty, which is at Torrens University, we call it verticals. So the 5 verticals that we do have, the first one is hospitality. So this is another important fact as well. Why students studying hospitality? So at Torrens University, we are #1 in Australia for hospitality and leisure management. And also we are #1 for the hotel management based on the TNS survey 2017. And our restaurants, William Blue Dining, we are top 10 restaurants in Australia. So this is the sample of 200 industry contacts that we do have. So we do have Rockpool Dining Group, Hilton Hotel Research, Mandarin Hotel, Emirates Leisure Retail, Marriott, and so on. So I will go through with you of the programs that we do have. So the first programs under the hospitality vertical is the Bachelor of Business in Hospitality Management or Tourism Management. So for most of the programs of the Bachelor that we do have, the duration is 3 years. We're running the programs into 3 trimesters a year. So you can have a look, we do have trimester 1, trimester 2, and trimester 3. And for that reasons, we do have 3 intakes a year. So this is the structures that we do have. And the students will do the industry placements in the 2nd year. And for the hospitality vertical, the industry placement is paid. So the total for the Bachelor of Business in Hospitality Management and Tourism Management, the duration 3 years, and the total subjects that the students need to complete is 24 subjects. The next one is Bachelor of Culinary Management. So this is for the students who wish to be a chef by the time they're completing this program. Same structure, the duration 3 years. We're running the programs into 3 trimesters, and the total subject is 24 subjects. Same things for the industry placement happening in the 2nd year. And while the students doing industry placements, they will get paid as well during the industry placement. So I will show you based on the 2020 tuition fee, and later on as well that after this webinar, the YES education teams can share with you the presentations that we do have and also the 2020 tuition fee list, so you can have a look further as well, and also all the flyers, marketing collaterals that is going to be handy for you. But this just to give you the overview of like the tuition fee that we do have. So for the Bachelor of Business, Tourism Management and Hospitality Management, based on 2020 tuition fee for 3 years duration is 72,000. And for the Bachelor of Culinary Management, based on 2020 for 3 years duration is 78,000. Yeah. Now the second vertical, which is second faculty that Torrens University has, is the business. So why study business at Torrens University? As I mentioned earlier before, so for the MBA programs, we are Tier 1 Global MBA ranking, and also we are number 20 for the Global Online MBA based on the CEO Magazine 2020. So these rankings is worldwide, not just in Australia, but worldwide. So we are part of like the top ranking MBA programs. And the other thing as well, we are top 10 MBA providers in Australia for providing value for money. So this is the industry snapshots of the business in Australia itself. I'm not going to go into details. So I'll show you of the sample over 400 industry contexts under Torrens University Business Vertical. So I will go through quickly of the programs that we are offering. So we are offering for the undergraduate and also postgraduate program. For the undergraduate, we do have Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Business in Event Management, Bachelor of Business in Marketing, Bachelor of Business Sport Management, and also Bachelor of Business in Entrepreneurship. As I mentioned earlier before, the course structure for the bachelor degree is similar from one to another. So the total duration is 3 years for the bachelor degree itself, and the total subject is 24 subjects. And in this Bachelor of Business, the students will do the industry placement as well, and it's happening in the 3rd year, normally in the trimester A. So for the industry placement, it's slightly different to the hospitality. With the hospitality is paid, but outside of the hospitality faculty, the industry placement is to gain the experience, and the students not gonna get any pay. So in terms of the program structure, it's going to be the same. So we're running the programs into 3 trimesters a year. Trimester 1 in February, trimester 2 in June, and trimester 3 in September. So we do have 3 main intakes a year. Another courses is the Bachelor of Commerce that the students can choose, want to have the specializations in accounting or finance or accounting and finance. So the same structure, 3 years, the total subject 24 subjects, and the students will do the industry placements their last trimester of the program. The next programs under the business faculty, we do have Bachelor of Business Information System. So same structure, 3 years durations with a total of 24 subjects that the students need to complete, and industry placements need to be completed in the last trimester. In the postgraduate level, so we are offering Master of Business Administration. So with the Master of Business Administration, the students can choose to do 1.5 years duration or 2 years durations, which is if the students to choose 2 years durations, they need to apply for the Master of Business Administration Advanced. For the Master of Business Administration Advanced, the total duration is 2 years, and the total subjects that the students need to complete is 16 subjects. Same course structure, so we're running the programs into 3 trimesters a year. The next programs in the postgraduate level is Master of Business Information System. For the Master of Business Information Systems, the duration is 2 years, and the total subject is 16 subjects as well. The next postgraduate level, Master of Global Project Management. Similar to Master of Business Administration, the students can choose whether they want to do 1.5 years or they want to do 2 years. Most of the students, international students, they prefer to do 2 years. So if they wish to do 2 years in the Global Project Management, what they need to choose is the Master of Global Project Management Advanced. The total duration is 2 years, and the total subjects they need to complete is 16 subjects. The next programs, we offering Master of Professional Accounting. Similar case to the Global Project Management before, for the students who wish to take 2 years durations, they need to apply for the Master of Professional Accounting Advanced. The total durations 2 years and the total subjects 16 subjects. We do have the Master of Business Administrations with the specialization in the sport management. So this program is the advanced level. So the students need to complete in 2 years duration, total subjects, 16 subjects. And one of the elective subjects that the students need to choose is in the last trimester, and they will go to the Real Madrid and everything will be paid for. We do have also the dual master programs under business. So the students can combining the Master of Business Administration and Master of Global Project Management, or Master of Business Administrations and combining with the health sector, which is Master of Public Health, or the students can choose as well Master of Global Project Management and Master of Public Health. So with this dual degree, the duration is going to be 2 years and the total subjects is 16 subjects. So the structure of these programs, half of the subjects is focusing more to the either business administration or global project management, and the other half will be focusing for the public health section. Before I go for the tuition fee structure, so last week that we just launched the new program under the business faculty is the Master of Engineering Management, MBM. So the duration of the program is 2 years program and the total subjects, 16 subjects. I can give you the details later on. I think CS Educations will send you the flyer as well to show you more details about the new programs that we are offering. And these programs launch to be offered for our next trimester, which is trimester 3 on 14th of September. So now just give you a little bit of snapshot of our tuition fee. This one is for the Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Commerce. So for the 3 years durations, based on 2020 tuition fee is 68,400. And also for the postgraduate level, this is our tuition fee. So if you're looking for the 2 years duration, so it's Master of Business Administration Advanced, Master of Global Project Management Advanced. So the tuition fee is almost similar. Yeah, it's between 42,000 to 52,000. And for the new programs that I mentioned earlier before, which is Master of Engineering Management, the tuition fee will be similar to the Master of Business Administration Advanced, which is 51,200. Now we go to the third faculty that we do have, which is Design and Creative Technology. And why the students choose to do this Design and Creative Technology at Torrens University. So we are part of the top 10 animation school in Australasia. We are the top 10 best 3D motion graphic school in the world. And we are the International School of the Year for graphic design and top 10 animation school in the world. So this one gives you the idea of the Design and Creative Technology overview. And this is the sample over 500 industry contexts that Torrens University has under the Design and Creative Technology vertical. So we do have a lot of big brands that we do have part of our industry contacts. This is the program. So the first program is in Diploma. So under Diploma, there's a Diploma Graphic Design, Diploma Interior Design and Decoration, Diploma of Digital Media Design, and also Diploma of Photo Imaging. So the duration for the Diploma is 1 year. Same things, the structure is 3 trimesters, but the total subjects that the students need to complete is 12 subjects. So it means each trimester, the students need to complete 4 subjects. The next programs that we do have is the Bachelor of Branded Fashion Design. The duration is the same with the other bachelor programs before. So the total duration is 3 years. The total subjects that the students need to complete is 24 subjects. And the students will do the industry placements on the last trimester of their study. And give you a little bit of like the sample here is that our alumni, Alicia Tassis, part of the Branded Fashion Designs graduate, received the award of Gotia Award Queensland 2019. And the next programs that we do have is digital media. For the Bachelor of Digital Media, we do have 3 majors that the students can choose from. So the students can choose Bachelor of Digital Media in 3D Design and Animation, Bachelor of Digital Media in Film and Video Design, and also Bachelor of Digital Media in Interaction Design. Same duration, 3 years, same total subjects, 24 that the students need to complete. And industry placement is happening on the last trimester of their study. The next program is Bachelor of Interior Design. Under Bachelor of Interior Design, the students can choose 2 majors. They want to focus in residential or commercial. So by the time they submit the applications, they need to choose whether they want to do Bachelor of Interior Design, residential or commercial. And same duration, 3 years durations, and also same total subjects, 24, and industry placement happening as well in the last trimester. And another success story as well of our alumni under the interior design. So Oscar Montelegre was 2019 winner of Design Institute Australia's Regional and National Graduate of the Year. Now it's going to the creative technology side of it. So we are offering Bachelor of Software Engineering, and the students can choose from the 3 majors, whether they want to focus in game programming or artificial intelligence or cloud computing. As part of our partnerships with Sony Computer Entertainment Europe, Unity, and Unreal, game programming students will have developed a commercially viable game for the PlayStation platform by the time they are ready to graduate. So we got endorsed by the Unity, PlayStation, and also Unreal Engine. So for these programs, the total duration is 3 years, and the total subject is 24 subjects. Under this program as well, for the artificial intelligence and cloud computing, we are endorsed by IBM, and also we are endorsed by Amazon. The next programs that we do have is Bachelor of Creative Technology, Game Arts. So for the students who love to design and they want to design the game art itself, so this is the program for them. The total duration is 3 years, and the students will do the industry placement on the last trimester. The total subject is 24 subjects. For the postgraduate level, we are offering Master of Design, which is if the students choose 2 years duration, they need to choose Master of Design Advanced. The total subjects the students need to complete is 16 subjects. So for this Master of Design Advanced is for the students coming from any type of design backgrounds and they want to advance their career, they choose this program, Master of Design. And part of the requirements for this program that the students need to submit the design portfolio of experience and also written proposal, and also the students will be having the interview with our program director. The next program is the Master of Software Engineering with the 2 majors that the students can choose from, either cloud computing, advanced duration, 2 years duration, or artificial intelligence advanced with 2 years duration. Same structure, 2 years durations with the 16 subject total that the students need to complete. And this program as well is that we are endorsed by IBM and also Amazon. This is the snapshot of our tuition fee based on 2020 tuition fee. So most of the programs roughly about like 84,000 to 90,000. And for postgraduate level, for the 2 years duration, is between 42,000 to 60,000 for the Master of Software Engineering. The next vertical is the education. With the education, it's very straightforward. Excuse me. At the moment, what we are offering to the student is the graduate certificate in autism or the Master of Education Special Education. For the graduate certificate in autism, the duration is about 8 months, so half year. And for the Master of Special Education, the students can choose whether they want to do 1.5 years or 2 years duration. Yeah, so this gives you the structure of the program itself. 2 years duration for the Master of Education, Special Education Advanced, and the total subject is 16 subjects. The tuition fee for the Graduate Certificate of Education, half-year duration is 10,300 that the students need to complete 6 subjects. And for the Master of Education, Special Education Advanced is 39,600 for 2 years duration. The next vertical is health. Under health vertical, so we do have the world-class health education. For the hands-on learning, so we operate public-facing clinics where our students are the practitioners. So most of our programs that we do have the real, either clinic itself or the restaurant itself for the students to do the real practice, meeting the real clients itself. So a quick one for the health industry overview. And here is the sample of over 500 industry contacts that Torrens University, Australia has under the health vertical. So this is the programs that we do have. So the first one is Diploma in Beauty and Spa Practice. So the duration of the program is 1 year. The total subjects that the students need to do is 7 subjects, and the students will do the clinical practice in the last trimester. The next program is Bachelor of Health Science. Under Bachelor of Health Science, that the students can choose from 4 majors, which is naturopathy, clinical nutrition, Western herbal medicines, or aesthetics. And there's a slightly difference for the majors in naturopathy. Most of the programs in Bachelor, the duration is 3 years, but for the naturopathy, the total duration is 4 years. The next programs that we do have is the Bachelor of Applied Public Health. Under Bachelor of Applied Public Health, the duration of the program is 3 years, and the total subject is 24 subjects, and the students will do the clinical practice on the last trimester. For the postgraduate level in the health verticals, we do have Master of Public Health. Same things, if the students wish to apply for 2 years, they need to apply for the Master of Public Health Advanced. The total duration is 2 years, and the total subject is 16 subjects. This is the snapshot of our tuition fee for the health vertical. So for 3 years duration of Bachelor is roughly between 64,000 to 80,000. And for the 4 years durations is about 90,000. And this snapshot for the Master of Public Health tuition fee. And also under health, we are offering Bachelor of Nursing. So Bachelor of Nursing, the duration is 3 years duration. It's slightly different to the rest of the other Bachelor itself. For the Bachelor of Nursing, the entry requirement is higher than the other Bachelor. And in terms of the course structure is the same with the other Bachelors. So we're running into trimester basis, but the intakes, we only have 2 intakes a year, which is that 2 intakes a year, we only accepting only 1 intake for the brand new students and 2 intakes for the students who already are registrations as the enrolled nurse. So I think later on that I will give you a little bit of understanding about these programs, and during the Q&A session, I believe that you might have questions in regards to the nursing programs. The tuition fee for the Bachelor of Nursing based on 2020 for 3 years duration is 80,000. Now, it's more to the admission side of it. So I talk more in general about the admissions. So I will split into the undergraduate programs, the postgraduate program, and also the nursing programs. In terms of the undergraduate programs, so in terms of the admissions, what you need to submit is the application form, including the GTE form there. The students need to have the English proficiency. So you need to certify of that English proficiency we can accept the IELTS, we can accept PTE, we can accept Cambridge, but has to be equivalent to the specific IELTS mentioned for that program. And the students need to provide as well the certified copy of passport and the certified copy of the equivalency to Australian Year 12. So you need to provide us with the certified copy of the certificate and official transcript, original and also English translation. And in terms of the other documents, so as I mentioned before, GTE form is part of the application form. So it's going to be good as well. Some of the students, they already have the working experience. So provide us with the resume or CV, maybe the references. And if the students wish to apply for the credit transfer, they can apply for the course credit transfer. They need to submit the application form. And the most important thing as well for the offshore, that they need to provide the statement of purpose. Yeah. The next admissions process for the postgraduate level. So I'm talking in general as well. So they need to provide us with the application form and also the GTE form. So the students need to provide us with the English proficiency. So same things, we can accept IELTS or PTE. Most of our postgraduate master degree programs, the requirement is IELTS 6.5 with no band less than 6.0. Some of the programs require the IELTS 7 with no band less than 6.5. Same thing as well, that all the passport need to be submitted and has to be certified copy. And for the academics, that the students need to provide us with the certified copy of the previous bachelor degree. It has to be in original and also English translations with the academic transcript, official academic transcript, and also the certificate of completion. And for some of the programs, we require the students to have the 3 years working experience in the specific industry, for example, in the dual master itself. So they need to provide us with the resume or CV, the references, and also statement of purpose is really important for the student to submit. And the next one's for the nursing. So it's pretty much similar as well, that the student needs to submit the application form, GTE forms, the English proficiency, and for the Bachelor of Nursing, the requirements equivalence to academic IELTS 7 with no band less than 7. And the students need to provide the certified copy of passport, the certified copy of the equivalence Australian Year 12, which is need to have the certificate and also the official transcript, original, and also English translation. And there's a little bit of requirement as well, that the students need to have a minimum age, which is 17, when the course start. And also for the offshore students, they need to provide us with the statement of purpose. And there's after the admissions process, later on, that the students need to demonstrate the satisfactory for the policy check, working with children check, immunizations, and also meeting the inherent requirement. So you can check, we do have the open days in the campus, but because of the current situation itself, so we switch everything to the virtual. So we do have virtual open day. This is the great opportunity for you if you want to have, if you want to meet with our academics, with our students, with our alumni, with the industry practitioners that we do have affiliations or we do have the connections with. This is the good opportunity as well for you to tell to your students, to your prospect student itself, to attend our virtual open day, to show them who we are as Torrens University, how's everything with Torrens University, and can meet with our academics teams and also our students and our alumni. And in virtual open day as well, that the students and also yourself can ask any questions, and we are happy to assist for any questions as well. So you can visit from torrens.edu.au/about/virtual open day. So we do have the specific schedule, so you can have a look there. You can put on your calendar, and you can register on that day, and you can attend for the virtual open day. We do have the international scholarship available. So later on that I will show you the flyer itself, just to give you a little bit of idea about our scholarships. But I'm not gonna go much into details. So later on, if you have questions about scholarships, you can ask me directly as well during Q&A. And just this is very interesting fact about Torrens University, Australia, that 1 in 4 students currently studying at Torrens University, they're doing online study. Yeah, so this is some things that you can promote, because especially in these current situations of pandemics, that everything switched to virtual or switched to online learning. So this is to show the credibility of Torrens University with our online learning platform. So it's 25% of our current students studying at Torrens University, they are studying online. Why? Because of the students have the ultimate flexibility, and the students will have the personalized attention, have a dynamics in terms of their study itself, and also the student have the on-demand access. So it's really important. That's pretty much the presentations that I do have. I will show you quickly of our scholarship. Just give me a second. Quickly stop sharing. Okay, I will quickly show it to you. First, I will show you the application form so you do have the idea. So this is our application form looks like. Yeah, so please ensure when you submit these applications, the students fill it up all the informations here. And it's really important as well as that they need to put their clearly written their email address, because it's really important. Yeah. So we do have 10 pages for our application form, including the GTE form. So it mentions what is the course that the students want to do. If they want to do the dual master, they need to put in the course 1 only, Master of Global Project Management plus Master of Business Administrations. Don't put it in the 2 courses section, just put in the 1 courses section. And mentions when is the start date. Is the trimester 1, which is February 2021, or trimester 2, June 2021, or trimester 3, September 2020, because that's the next available intake that we do have is 14th of September 2020. So they need to choose as well whether they want to go for the Sydney campus, Adelaide campus, Melbourne campus, and Brisbane campus. Not every single programs we are offering in every single campus. So you just need to refer back of like which campuses that we are offering for the programs, and after that choose which one. I understand that with the current situations that the border might not open, so they might need to do online, but later on, if the students do not want to do online programs, they don't want to apply for the online programs, they need to choose the campus. If the students prefer to do online programs, it means that they're not gonna come to Australia, they're not gonna apply for the visa, they will stay in their home country and they will finish the programs by online, so they can choose the online here. So it means they're not gonna come to any campuses in Australia. But if their intentions to come to the campuses in Australia, so they need to choose the campus here. Another important thing as well is that if they can write down all the details of the home address and also mobile phone, either they are onshore or offshore, they can put the mobile phone. If they're onshore, preferably they put the onshore number, the Australian mobile number. So here it mentions as well, if the students want us to organize the overseas student health cover, so please tick here yes, and please specify whether it's single, couples, or family, because by the time we assessing the applications and issue the letter of offer, we will put the price of the overseas student health cover that is covered for the student. And here there's ensures that the students sign and also put the date as well. Yeah. And the next one as well is the GTE form that they need to complete it here. Please ensure they complete everything's in details. And there's a sections for you to complete it as well. Yeah. So this is our application form. Yep, this is the checklist, what they need to provide. Yeah. And the next ones that I'm gonna show you is our scholarship. So we do have a different variety of scholarship. So it depends on like what type of scholarship. So we do have the range between 15 to 30% of scholarship. Yeah. So you can have a look that we do have the 15 scholarship for the regional Latin America and Europe for the health and design scholarship. It's not including the nursing. The nursing is totally different. But other than that, this is health and design scholarship for the students coming from Latin America and Europe. They can get the 15%. And for the Middle East and Africa, for the business, health, and design, they can get the 15% scholarship. Sri Lanka offshore, we do have the business scholarship 15%. And the alternative study path scholarship is 15%. So this one is for the onshore students who wish to continue their study at Torrens University, Australia. They will get this 15% scholarship. And under the hospitality, we do have the hospitality motivational scholarship. It's 15% as well. And for the Africa and subcontinental health with merit, so we do have 15% health merit scholarship for the African and subcontinental. But we're looking about the specific criteria later on. And we do have 20% for here to educate. So this scholarship 20% is for all the education program, which is the graduate certificate in autism and also Master of Education, Special Education. It's going to be automatic if the students applying for the education program. And for the Japanese students, if they're applying for the health science, they will get this 20% scholarship as well. We do have 25% scholarships for the alumni scholarship. So it means if the students completed their degree already at Torrens University, Australia, and they want to study further at Torrens University, Australia, they can apply for this 25% alumni scholarship. We do have the business merit scholarships, 25%. And also we do have design merit scholarship up to 25. So there's a little bit of range between 15, 20, and 25%. And we do have 30% scholarships. It's for the 30% offshore online. So if the students choose, they want to do, let's say, Diploma of Business online programs, they want to apply, they can apply this scholarship, and the scholarship is up to 30%. And we do have for the students coming from Latin America and Europe, for the business, we're offering the 30% business scholarship. And same thing as well for the Blue Mountains. For the hospitality, we are offering up to 30% scholarship. That's pretty much about it. So I think I can stop talking now. So I open the floor for the Q&A session.
Thank you so much, Dottie. That was fantastic and really clear about the scholarships too, and the application form. That was really clear. I can see we have a few questions already.
That's great.
Which is good. We've gone through the scholarships, but any scholarships just for Indonesian student? Maybe you want to cover?
We don't have any specific, unfortunately, with the regional scholarships, we only have for the Latin America and also Europeans. That's going to be automatic if they're holding that passport holder. But with the Indonesian, unfortunately, we don't have the automatic one, but we do have a great variety. So for the Indonesians or any nationality, they are already in Australia onshore, and they finishing the study or they want to continue their study in with Torrens University, they will get the 15% scholarship automatically. Yeah, so they just need to show the visa, the COE previously, or maybe the previous study here in Australia, they will get the 15%. Yeah, and they can apply as well for the business merit scholarship, which is 25%, but they need to show the credibility there, which is that for the undergraduate, if they want to apply undergraduate programs in business, want to apply for the business merit, they need to provide us with the excellence previous study result. And also they need to show us as well of the English proficiency. So we're looking for the IELTS 6.5 academics to apply for this business merit scholarship. But in the postgraduate level, same things for the academics. We're looking for the excellence previous study result. For the English proficiency to apply for the business merit scholarship in the postgraduate level, we're looking for the academic IELTS 7.0.
Yeah, that's fantastic. As for, we have a question from Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Hope you're well. She asks, which documents do I need to apply for bachelor's degree and master's? Maybe you could quickly go through again what would be the bare minimum to apply for bachelor's program? What sort of documents would she have to apply? Would she have to submit?
Yeah, so it's very simple. I think like I'm talking mostly, I think, let's say business that I'm trying to focus on.
Let's say business, yeah.
Yeah, so for the bachelor itself, the what documents that you need to provide is the same thing. It's the application form, the certified copy of passport, yeah? And after that, the English proficiency, which is IELTS that I mentioned. With the bachelor itself, the requirement is academic IELTS 6.0 with no better less than 5.5. Yeah, and also the statement of purpose that the students need to provide. If the students onshore, that we're looking as well for the current visa, yeah, and also we're looking as well for their study in Australia. So they need to provide us with the COEs that they already been received previously, and also the completions of their study itself in Australia. Yeah, so we're looking like a little bit in details, but that's very like basic that we are asking. And in the master, in the postgraduate level, so it's pretty much the same. But for the English proficiency that we're looking for is the equivalence to academic IELTS 6.5 with no better less than 6.0 in the business section. Yeah.
Yeah, and absolutely need to provide IELTS test, correct?
Yes, IELTS test definitely, but with the onshores that we can try to have a look what is the study that they've done in Australia, so it might be able to waive it, yeah, but it has to be, as I always mention, it has to be equivalent to that requirement IELTS itself.
Yes, and what about those students that maybe they're maybe in Asia, they did A level their whole time, or they did Singapore O level, or they did IB, would they still need to provide IELTS?
Well, I think if the students coming from, let's say, from the English-speaking country, for example, like Singapore itself, and they completed their study there, normally that we are able to waive it. But once again, that is going to be case-by-case basis. We can't just like automatically waive it, yeah? But at the same time as well, yes, it need to be assessed itself. But later on that I can share with you as well of the flyers that we do have about the English entry requirement for the programs that we do have, which countries that get accepted, yeah,
that would be good.
To provide the IELTS or the English proficiency itself. So I can show you a little bit later on. Maybe I will send the flyer and you can distribute it. Yeah.
That's good. Another question is more about the payment. So when the student does accept the offer, let's say for a bachelor degree or a master's degree, how much should they be paying for the deposit?
Yeah, I think it's like here, it's very simple. So for all of our offshore students, because of they need to apply for the visa as well, so it's good as well if they can pay the bare minimum deposit that we asking, and it normally show on the letter of offer. Yeah, so you saw already of our 2020 tuition fee during the slideshow itself. So each program have like a different tuition fee, but the bare minimums, as what's shown on the letter of offer, we require the students to pay 3 subjects tuition fee. Yeah, so it's varied about 3 subjects tuition fee from one program to another program, but it shows in the letter of offer 3 subjects. Yeah, so that's pretty much the bare minimum that the students need to pay. So I think like the continued questions from Lisa itself that I think the students offshore and got visa refusals, so how can request a refund itself. So if the students have the visa refusals, they just need to show of the visa refusal letter itself, and also they need to submit of the refund form. Yeah, normally that our admissions, they checkings of the visa progress itself. So normally sometimes like you guys do not tell me yet, but my admissions already mentions all the students got visa refusal. So can you request for the refund form to be completed? So we asking right away to you to complete the visa refund, the refund form to be completed, and also the visa refusal letter. And after that, we're going to process for the refund itself.
Yeah, exactly. Great. So next one is normally how long does the admission process take? So after we process an application, how quick is the turnaround time for Torrens usually
Yeah.
in a normal period?
Yeah, what I can say to you, I mean, it's like if your application is very straightforward, all the documents that we are asking is being provided. Yeah, so you can expect 48 hours turnaround time. Yeah, sometimes there's a little bit delay here and there because of maybe there's some missing documents. So we normally ask for further documents. So it might take a little bit delay. Yeah, when you submit the applications. But if you submit the applications and also documents that we are asking you provided together, so you can expect 48 hours turnaround time.
That's right. So Lisa, when you see the application form, Torrens University application form is really clear. It has the checklist there. So let's make sure that we submit all of the documents on the checklist and make sure the application is very clean. And then Torrens will turnaround time will be 48 hours. So quite quick in my experience compared to other universities.
Yeah.
An unnamed participant asks, is the 30% online scholarship for the duration of the studies or just for 1 year?
Yeah, so here's, I mentioned before about our offshore online scholarship. So for that offshore online scholarship is up to 30%, yeah? So we do have a little bit of variety, whether it's 20%, 25 or 30%. And it's pretty much, there's no such of assessment in terms of their academics, not like the merit scholarship. So if the students currently offshore and they just want to apply for our online programs, not coming to Australia, not applying for the visa, so it means in the applications, they need to put online, whatever the program is, and you need to check whether we are offering the online program for that program. And we can assess whether the students can get that 30%. So this 20, 25, 30 is based on the first come, first serve basis. Yeah, so of course that when we still have a slot for the 30%, we're gonna apply the students with that 30%. When the 30% is like finished, we're gonna go to the 25%. The good thing is about our scholarships. So when the students being granted with the scholarships that we do have, regardless is the online or any other scholarship, the students will carry that scholarship until they finish the program. Yeah, of course, there's going to be a conditions of that scholarship, which is very simple, and we are quite generous in terms of the condition itself. The students need, it's not including the online, but for the onshore one, they need to maintain the full-time study load. And the second thing as well, the scholarship will not be applied for the repeated subject. So it means that the scholarships the students get until they finish the study, but if they failed one subject and they need to repeat that subject again, they will not get the scholarship for that specific subject.
Yeah, that's pretty clear. Do you have an online English placement test?
Okay, that's good. Yes, we do. We do have the specific dates, time for the English placement test. So if your students wish to try to do this English placement test, we call it OPT test. Yes, we do have it. My advice here, if your students can do IELTS or PTE, I think that's gonna be highly recommended for a reason. For reasons that our OPT test is more comprehensive than the IELTS or the PTE test itself. Yeah, we're not trying to make it difficult, but things is very, it's more comprehensive than those platforms. So sometimes like the students might get higher result by doing IELTS or PTE than our OPT. But once again, we do have our internal placement test. If you want to do that, we can arrange it.
And this is a good question after this. So what solution does Torrens University have as most of the IELTS testing center are closed in South Asia? So what alternatives are there for those students that are really wanting to go to Torrens, but they don't have an opportunity to do IELTS or TOEFL or PTE right now?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, I think we're not just looking for IELTS. We can accept like IELTS, PTE, any type of like the English platform, Cambridge, that we can accept. Yeah, but at the same time, as well, we do have our internal placement tests. However, It depends on the country as well. Some of the country itself, they require to provide the IELTS or PTE when they submit for the visa. So it means with our internal placement that itself, it's not going to be sufficient for them
It's not going to be enough.
Exactly, that's right. But yeah, we do have, we can accept like TOEFL, IBT, and stuff.
So if the situation is in certain countries that they cannot do the test in person, so is the only option that maybe they do the internal placement test temporarily, at least they can get an offer, but then when they go to apply for the visa, they'll need to do the IELTS test.
Yeah, the offer is going to be still conditional for that IELTS
still
itself.
Conditional, yes.
Exactly, that's right. So because they still need to provide of the IELTS itself.
Yeah. I think Jumbe, that's a good option. If your students cannot do IELTS right now in Bhutan, I think it's a good option to do the internal placement test, and then when things start operating again, then definitely recommend your student do IELTS or PT or TOEFL. It's better to have the recognized standardized test.
That's right.
Okay. Are you accepting TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition?
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the options to accept things. Some of them is IELTS, some things I can't remember now. It's just like on top of my head. But yeah, we still need, at the moment that we don't have any exemptions in terms of the English proficiency. So they still need to provide us the TOEFL IBT, not the Special Home Editions one.
Yeah.
TOEFL paper-based.
And IELTS indicator, no.
No, yes, that's right. That's the indicator. Yes, that unfortunately we don't accept that IELTS indicator. Sorry.
Yeah, and Duolingo, I don't think so.
No, not Duolingo as well. No, so I think like we always be in line with the requirements of the immigration itself. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's right. I think just for everyone, I think there's no real shortcut here, because at the end of the day, Australian immigration is not changing. Australian immigration is not accepting Duolingo, not accepting IELTS indicator as an alternative for the real in-person test. So I think keep that in mind, everyone. Otherwise, I think another question from Lisa: which program is? Let's say there's a student that didn't finish high school. What options are there for this kind of student? And I think Lisa might be saying maybe the student finished year 11, so yeah, could consider foundation at Torrens.
Yeah, so we do not offer foundations programs, unfortunately. So I think the lowest level of our program is in diploma. Yeah.
Yes.
But our
you
diploma
need to finish year 12.
Exactly. So the part of the requirement is finishing year 12. By saying that, let's say if you do have the cases of the students already like mature age, but they just finishing year 11, but they do have like a very good working experience there. The students, maybe we can accept that, but it's going to be case by case basis, and we need to assess it. Yeah, they need to complete the special entry form. Yeah, and provide all the supporting documents, including the year 11 as well. And we will leave it to our academics to assess whether we can accept the students or not. Because at the end of the day, the reasons if we accept the students, because of we know exactly what the competency for the students to complete these programs, yeah, to be able to catch up with all the materials of these programs, because we don't want to set the students to fail. Yeah, so that's part of it. But if you do have the cases that the students finishing year 11, but they do have a little bit of like working experience, or they can show the competency for them to finish these programs, they can complete that special entry forms, and after that start all the applications together.
Another unnamed guest asked, what is the process for requesting credits from previous studies? So maybe I think this person means if they, let's say they did 1 year bachelor overseas, and then they want to transfer their credits to Torrens. How is the process?
Well, yeah, we can assess for the credit transfer. So it's very straightforward of the credit transfer process at Torrens University. So definitely the students need to complete the credit transfer form. So either it's undergraduate or postgraduate. So we do have two different type of forms. And after that, the students need to provide us with the certified copy of the official transcript. that they would like us to assess. At the same time as well as that the students need to provide us with the syllabus, or here in Australia, we call it the subject learning outcomes. So it's not just like the overview of the programs, but the comprehensive details of each subjects, because sometimes we need to know whether like the subjects that the students did in the home country, let's say economics, is equivalent to economics that we are offering at Torrens University Australia. If based on the subject learning outcomes, the 80% of our subject is covered in that subjects, that the students can get the credit transfer. So just to summarize, is the applications for the credit transfer form that the student needs to submit, the certified copy of the official transcript, and also the subject learning outcomes for the each subjects that the students requesting to get the credit transfer.
Yeah, and the process is quite. How long does the process usually take? It's quite different, I guess, depending on the case.
Yeah, well, I think like with the credit transfer itself, so we do have like agreements between us and also the academics, because we need to involve the program directors, the academic teams, to assess it. Yeah, and this is one of the tasks for our academics to do. So we give them up to 10 days for them to get into the visit of that credit transfer. So you can expect about maximum 10 working days. Yeah. So sometimes it might be quicker.
And what do you suggest students to do this before they arrive in Australia, like during the application process? Because some student may choose to do it after they arrive in Australia. When would you suggest to do it? Because I've had some student that tried to do it in the application process, and they thought, oh, maybe it's going to be too long. And then when they got to Australia, they went directly to the faculty, showed their documents, and then they found that the process to be quicker. What would you say?
Well, the things like here at Torrens University Australia, and in regards to the credit transfer requests, we do have so much flexibility. Yeah, so it's up to the students when the students want to request for the credit transfer. Normally, we always recommend the students to apply for the credit transfers when they submit the application. So give them the indication as well of like whether they can get the credit transfer or not. But if it's not really important for them, let's say if they think like, okay, if I get the credit transfer, it's a bonus, but other than that, I'm happy to do this 2 years duration or 3 years duration. So they can apply it at any time, even though they already arrived in Australia or they started the study with us, they still can apply for the credit transfer. Because sometimes like with the documents that we asking, the requirement of the document itself, sometimes the student do not have it handy. So they need to request it. And sometimes some university overseas, it takes like can be months to get like the documents that they're asking. So it's up to the students. But once again, there's no guarantee that the students can get the credit transfer or not. And there's no guarantee as well in terms of the expectations of credit transfer that the students asking for, whether they can get it or not.
That's right. Just one last, we're just mindful of time. Just one last point. I just want to cover online study. So, you know, Torrens is quite famous in this field. So, how about the application process for someone wanting to study online? So you obviously you don't apply for the visa straight away. So normally, do students get the offer letter and then pay the deposit, and then that's it? And maybe pay for 1 trimester online first, or 2 or 3. Like in this situation, it's so uncertain. We don't know when borders will open. Do you suggest students just pay 1 trimester at a time online, or how does it work?
Okay, so I think I will highlight the online first. Yeah, so there's I'll give you a little bit of like 2 scenarios that we do have in regards to the online. The first scenario is pretty much very straightforward. Let's say without this COVID-19, whether the students want to come to Australia or they want to stay in their home country, and they want to gain the Australian qualifications by taking online. Yeah, so this is the first scenario, that the students do not have any intentions to come to Australia and just apply for the online programs to get the qualification. So with this scenario, so it means that the students need to check of what programs they want to apply and whether the programs that are being offered at Torrens University is available online or not. Yeah, because once again, most of our programs are available online, but need to check as well, and can try to check with you guys to ask me, and I can check further as well whether the specific program is available online or not. With this scenario, the students be able to apply for this up to 30% offshore online scholarship. So in terms of like the admission, it's very straightforward that the students need to submit the application form. The students need to submit the certified copy of passport. The students need to submit the certified copy of the academic documents, and also the students need to submit the certified copy of the English proficiency. That's it. We're not even asking for the statement of purpose, because once again, the students not going to come to Australia, so we don't need to know the purpose for the students to come to Australia, because definitely they just want to study in their home country. And after that, we're going to process it, whether the students meet the requirement or not. And after that, if everything's okay, we're going to issue the letter of offer with the scholarship for the online program itself. Yeah, so the students can pay 3 subjects as the minimum, or if the students want to do a little bit of like just 1 subject, 2 subjects, there's a possibility, but just to let us know as well how many subjects the students want to do, and we can try to arrange it of how many subjects tuition fee that the students need to pay, because it has to be reflect. If they want to do 1 subject, they just need to pay 1 subject to start with, 2 subjects, 2 subjects payment, and 3 subjects, 3 subjects payment.
3 subject payment. Yeah.
So that's the first scenario. The second scenario, if the students want to come to Australia, yeah, but because of the current situation itself, they're still overseas. They can't come to Australia. The border is still closed. So they just need to take as normal, like they want to come to Sydney, they want to come to Australia. So we're gonna process it as normal. So they need to provide, as I mentioned to you before, is the application form, certified copy of passport, certified copy of academic documents, certified copy of the English proficiency, statement of purpose. Yeah, that's the most important things that they need to provide. And after that, we're going to process it, the offer. And after that, the students happy with that, sign, made a payment, and we're going to issue the certificate, not certificate, the confirmation of enrollment, the COE. That COE that for the students to apply for the student visa. And the students still need to pay for the 3 subjects tuition fee, because once again, as I mentioned earlier, it to show the financial capacity of the students by paying the bare minimum of 3 subjects. And later on, while they are waiting for the visa or while waiting for the border to open, we normally allow the students to take subject online, and they can take as minimum as 1 subject online while they are waiting for the border to open, or while they're waiting for the visa. And they do 1 subject itself, and yes, they pay 3 subjects, but they do 1 subject, so it means the 2 subject is the 2 subjects payment has been unused. So with this 2 subjects payment, it will be credited for the next trimester. Let's say the border open, they come to Australia, they need to do 3 subjects, but they already paid the 2 subjects unused previously, so they just need to pay 1 subject additional later on.
Yeah, that's clear. That's really good. Yeah, I think that's a good policy, and quite convenient for students too. All right. I think we're a bit over time, so thank you so much, Dottie, for your time and your great presentation. And just a reminder, we will send the PPT and the recording of this webinar to everyone today. And if you have any more questions, please let me know, or any of the other Yes Education team members know. Torrens University is fantastic, and we'd be more than happy to help you with your applications at this stage for Torrens University, looking into the future. So yeah, thank you everyone, and we'll let you know of any future webinars in the future. Thank you for your time.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Dottie.
Thank you, Boy. Thanks. Yes Education.
Thank you so much. You too. Stay safe.